Alright, this is Vegeta 8259 again, and today I'm going to be reviewing the 1:144 scale Turn X from the Turn A Gundam series. Now, if you've seen my review of the 1:144 scale Turn A Gundam, you'll know that I was very impressed with it, and I'm equally as impressed with the Turn X. My only regret about the Turn X is that they didn't make a 1:100 scale version. And I'm really hoping now, since I've watched Turn A Gundam now, I'm really hoping that they make a Master Grade Turn X to go along with the Master Grade Turn A. So let's get into the review. Now, colors-wise, Turn A is a very strange color. It's this weird, really light green, off-white color. That's all these light colors that you see here. That's the color you're gonna get out of the box. That and gray, and that's pretty much it. I've painted this entire kit just because out of the box the colors were kind of lacking. Not so much on Turn A, but or not so much on this kit as Turn A, but still I think it would have benefited from being painted before I reviewed it, so I did. Anyway, you're basically just going to get that off-white color and gray, and that's pretty much it. And what I did was I painted all the light parts a light green. See right there, you can see it. And then I got my Tamiya acrylic white and just dry brushed on very lightly white paint on the, the leading edges and the exposed parts of the armor to kind of give it a kind of beat up, used look to it. And I did the same thing on the backpack. I painted it black and then dry brushed on some light gray just to give it some texture. Anyway, onto the kit. Well, we've already been into the kit. Onto articulation. The head is on a ball joint, so I was actually surprised the head could go up and down so well. And it can rotate 360. The arms can go up and down and can't rotate 360 because of this massive backpack. I think this is the biggest backpack I've ever seen on a mobile suit. Well, then again, I take that back. I think I've seen bigger. Anyway, the shoulder armor can go up and down and rotate a bit. The elbows can bend about 90 degrees and rotate. And Turn A Gundam has no hand on his right arm. He just has this mega particle cannon thing, which doesn't open up, unfortunately. I wish it did, but it's just all it does is this. It's just how you see it here. I really wish it did open up. That's another reason I'm hoping they make a Master Grade of the Turn X. Anyway, on the left hand, the arm articulation is pretty much the same, but his hand is a polycap hand, and it's on a ball joint, so it can wiggle around and rotate. Now, like the Turn A, he's got a joint up inside his torso, so he can go forward and back and side to side, and he can rotate 360. Actually, he's got I already talked about the ball joint here and the waist joint. So he's got a double jointed torso. Now the hips are ball joints. The skirt armor is just stationary. It does not move. The hips are ball joints and can move up quite a ways, as you can see, because of the lack of skirt armor. Whoa, fell off. And they can go back about until they hit the backpack there. And they can go out just a bit. The knees, just like the Turn A Gundam, it's got that double jointed polycap, but it's inhibited by the bottom half of the leg. So the knees bend a little bit more than 90 degrees. And then there's a extra joint. It's kind of, Turn X has got a really weird foot. It's kind of hard to distinguish where the leg ends and the foot begins. There's a joint here about halfway up the leg where I guess you could say is the ankle joint, which would give Turn X a really big foot. So it goes forward and back like so. And then these two little toes on the end of the foot are on a ball joint, so they can rock back and forth and go up and down a bit. So that really helps when you're posing him in more dramatic poses. And I guess that does it for articulation. Well, his backpack has a little bit of articulation. It can go forward and back a little bit and rotate a little bit. Now for Turn X's accessories, he only has two, and they store nicely on his backpack here. First off, he comes with a bazooka, which is just one piece, doesn't have any moving parts. And I've seen pictures of him holding it both ways, so I'm not really sure if it's meant to be held this way or the other way. It's hard to get out of his hand like that. But I think it's meant to be held this way, which kind of looks like the opposite direction it should be held, but I think it's supposed to be held this way. I may be wrong. Anyway, it's kind of hard to get out of his hand, but it easily slides right back into his backpack there. And then you can pull out his beam rifle, which, again, not really sure what direction it's supposed to go, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to go that way. And it almost kind of looks like the Turn A Gundam's beam rifle, only it's gray instead of white. So, not as many accessories as the Turn A Gundam, but he's definitely taller. In fact, I'll get Turn A out of the box here. And their head height is about the same, but with the backpack and the accessories, Turn A Gundam is quite a bit taller than, Turn X is quite a bit taller than Turn A. With both of them having Turn in their name, it kind of gets confusing. But I was very, very happy with this kit. It's very unique looking and really awesome. If you haven't watched Turn A Gundam, I suggest you watch it. It's a very different Gundam series, but it's very good in my opinion. There's a lot of different takes on Turn A Gundam's relationship to other Gundam series, but nonetheless it's good, and I think you should give it a try. And after you see the Turn X in action, you'll definitely agree with me that they need to make a master grade of it. So I guess that about does it for this review, and I will see you guys next time.